Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd drive 2,000 miles plus 650 more to see you. As of recording yesterday, I was spewing my guts out, spilling them all over the place. All right, James Corden, there was no filling of the guts here, which is an innuendo, but there was spilling all over the place. So let's see if this episode is enough to make me spew again. In disgust this time, though. And yes, the flannel hoodie has returned because I'm cold. I think I'm like ill or something. Hence recently why there's not been an upload on Thursdays. If you're a regular supporter, of course, you'd know. But let's get into this. And this is a warning just off the bat. Ozzy Osbourne. This original video is 37 minutes long. So if you don't like commentary videos, just leave right now. Thank you very much.
She said that she loved me.
Is this 23-year-old's online girlfriend telling him the truth? Or is their relationship full of lies?
Whoa. First of all, my good friend, you do not ever do that horn thing again. I don't know what that is. It's a Snapchat filter of some kind. Never do that again. Secondly, you've got a ring on your... Wait, if he's that way, that's the wedding finger, no? Or am I losing my head here? I don't know. I've seen people wear rings on that finger and they're not married. So I'm a bit confused. Let me know in the comments, am I missing something there? And most important, how old? 23? I may or may not be of similar age. So why have you done this, Malakhai? Huh? Why you done this, bro? This is basically just for everyone who thinks it's the older generation that gets scammed. No, desperation runs deep, right? It's like sap, right? Desperation is sap, and it's, seeping throughout the entire family tree. Quotes.
Or is their relationship full of lies?
Yes.
Beautiful woman that I thought that I could commit to and have a serious relationship.
After 2 years and $10,000, Malachi and Mary still haven't met.
She hit me with this, anything you pay me, I'll pay you back. And I have the proof for it. A Bank of America account.
Hello, your account balance is $45 million.
He even drove from North Carolina to her address in California, but she couldn't come outside to meet him.
I'm literally outside. You think I'm kidding or playing with you, bro.
Well, that just makes me think me and you need to hit the road and go knock on some doors.
Join us as we hit the road to knock on Mary's door ourselves and try to find Malachi some answers.
Look, before we get any further with the dramatic musing piercing my ears, and I'm not talking about Claire's. That could be so niche, but shout out to the UK, guys. First of all, 2 years and you've never met, that's the first red flag, right? I'm assuming you didn't video call before this, but maybe you could have, and obviously the scammer used pictures and, AI and stuff. Second of all, you waited 5 hours after driving all that long. Listen, if you do not come outside when I've drove that far in I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and I'll give you 30 minutes, right? I'm leaving. So for you to wait outside 5 hours, fair play. You could have been very productive in those 5 hours, Malachi. So we're already off to a very bad start. Oh, and how can I forget the $45 million in the bank account? But guess what? She can't afford things, can she? I'll pay you back, right? I got 45 million, but I'll pay you back because huh? Malachi, come on, man, come on. This isn't even about being tech savvy at this point, because we had shots of you sitting on a table for some reason before this. I'm not sure what's going on there. We're producing a documentary, apparently. You were filming in your car, I assume, to send to Mary to be like, I'm here, bro. Look, come outside, man, please. But I've lost my thought, so...
Whoops, there it goes. Yep, my brain stopped.
It's not about being tech savvy at this point, or lack of it, because you're young, you've got an iPhone probably, right? You're doing whatever it is you do. You have a car as well, because that makes you tech savvy, apparently, in my mind. What's happened, Malachi? You're too horny. You're too horny, right? The scammers used an obviously very attractive woman. You're too horny. But go off.
Oh,
this is your apartment.
You're 207?
Oh,
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
that.
Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences
Yes.
and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
All right, so
but you already are. And please like and subscribe, comment, and all that stuff to this video as well. It does help me. Probably even more than it helps them, alright? So please, if you're here and you're enjoying the stuff, we got Brutus again wearing a shirt that looks like it's a very dark version of Baskin Robbins. It's the competitors, but the evil competitors. Good on you, Brutus. Shout out to the one person who doesn't like me calling him Brutus. I shall continue, though. But they did apologize. I mean, this might also be a niche reference, but they apologized, so, you know, they wish me well and stuff, but, okay, we'll move on now.
I got another case. It's from a man named Malachi. I'll read a little bit of his email. He says, hello, my name is Malachi. I need your help. For the past 2.5 years, I've been communicating with this person named Mary Williams. I'm beginning to feel like I'm being scammed.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing it back, because I was about to go backwards, but I would greatly appreciate any advice, sure. I have sent her money to assist with various needs such as bills, groceries, school expenses, and her grandmother's medication. Look, you sound like a great person here, right? Paying for someone else's grandmother's medication, etc. But I need to ask you, how are you doing this, right? Maybe not how, but why? Because I understand all the people on this show, they like to consider themselves, or at least in my opinion, they like to consider themselves. I'm a knight in shining armor for this person. But you're stupid, though. That, you know, it doesn't make you a good person, because what are you doing? That probably didn't even make any sense, but you have to forgive me. I'm probably running on like 10% right now, so just...
We have a problem. We have a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems.
Greatly appreciate any guidance or assistance you can provide. Thank you for your time and understanding. Sincerely, Malachi.
Also, if you're at a stage where you're typing out or you're telling yourself, oh, I think I'm being scammed, you're probably being scammed.
And he's young. He's 23. She's 23. This is one of the younger cases we've gotten.
Hello, Catfish team. I'm Malachi. I'm 23 years old, and I
What's
currently
going on
live in Van Buren, Ohio. I've been cooking ever since I was little, always in the kitchen with my moms and Nana. I do steaks, chicken, like you name it, I can do it.
I'm going to rewind because for some reason he's now started talking about cooking. So I'm going to I'm assuming he said he's like a chef or something. Otherwise, I'm confused why he's talking about him cooking steaks and stuff. So bear with, we'll rewind.
A few moments later.
I'm Malachi. I'm 23 years old, and I currently live in Van Buren, Ohio. I've been cooking ever since I was little, always in the kitchen with my...
No, we just randomly started talking about cooking. I'm assuming we're talking about what we like and stuff, but what's gone on here? Hey, look, I love cooking as well. But what do I like cooking? I'm cooking up a storm with this commentary.
This is great banter. It really is.
Mom's and Nana. I do steaks, chicken, like you name it, I can do it.
Okay.
The imagination is the only thing that could hold you back, and I got plenty of that.
Look, you're taking the mick here, realistically. You like to consider yourself a chef, and you're serving up jokes to me on a silver platter. It's just so easy. What you're a chef, but you couldn't cook up a genuine relationship? Your imagination, you got a big one. Well, you definitely have an imaginary girlfriend, don't you, Malachi? It was just too easy, bro. It was too easy. All right. What is this shot, by the way? Like, genuinely, what is going on here? What am I looking at? You know those shows on YouTube from, like, the Truly YouTube channel where you just get some random B-roll of the person? That's what this is. So, okay.
My experience with the ladies so far has been decent, I could say. I've had a girlfriend in high school. We got together around my freshman year. Then we departed during my senior.
Departed.
I know I might be young, but social media has not been my big thing. My Instagram is like brand new. Just got like random pics of me, random quotes, muscle cars.
Malachi wasn't on dating apps and hardly used social media.
Malachi, what? Stop the horns, bro. There's too many horns now, all right? You've clearly been played by the devil here, so put the horns away. Just as a warning for the future, you know? From one young guy to another young guy, you do seem like a great guy in terms of, well, speaking of the devil, the bar is in hell on this show, let's be honest. So naturally, you just seem like an incredible guy. You're a saint. But saints don't have horns, so put them away. And the tongue as well, put that away. But, you know, I will respect him for embracing, or at least I think it's what I think it is. Like the little unibrow, we got to go embrace it. Me, I normally have one, but I like to pluck it. Yes. Oh my God. H grooms himself sometimes? Yeah, but not the rest of it, though. Just the middle bit. Just because it becomes, you know, too bushy. Looking like my ass.
Mm-hmm. I heard that. I wish I didn't hear that, but I just heard that.
No one needed to know that. But, you know, respect for embracing it. What am I on about?
Wasn't looking for anyone to date, but an account on Instagram popped up and sent him a message.
I was at home whenever she reached out to me for the first time. Her name's Mary Williams. Well, she first sent, "Hey, how are you?" Then she sent me, "This is Mary. My friends call me May." Then I responded, "What would you want from me? What do you
want from me? That is a great question. Okay, first of all, I don't know how we've got my friends call me May from Mary. Why have we taken away the R? I'm a bit confused here. You know, and bringing that in, I don't think there's a woman on this planet who will message someone for the first time and send a picture like this. Now, it's not exactly the most risque, right? But what's going on? You know, it's a red flag, right? It's a red flag because there ain't no way any woman is sending a picture like this on the first few messages. I'm sorry. If anyone has any other experience saying otherwise, you are also probably being scammed. Or you're being manipulated in some way. I don't know. But I don't think that's the case. But let me know in the comments. Are you sending such a picture in the first few messages? I don't think so. So that's a red flag from the beginning.
what would you want from me? What do you need from me? I'm looking for a nice man to talk to. Haven't found anybody appealing yet.
Again, I'm not sure this happens on Instagram, right? Especially so forward. I can understand if she messaged saying, hey, I find you attractive. Let's get to know each other, right? But the sending of that type of picture, again, it's not the most risque, but it's not exactly a normal selfie, is it? And then obviously, I'm looking for a nice man to talk to. Brother, what? Like, again, I don't really use Instagram that much. And if someone was to message me in a similar way to this, I'd be a bit creeped out, right? Because I'm obviously being scammed here. Again, look, if you are someone who's forward like this, just straight to the point, even on Instagram, all right then, fair enough. I'd understand if this was a dating website, perhaps. But those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts.
Yeah. She said when we first started talking that she was 21, lives in El Monte, California, but is born and raised in San Diego.
Hey, 619.
Caramel tone, curly hair, brown eyes, rose tattoo on her right arm.
Any more?
Moon tattoo on her upper right shoulder.
If that, by the way, if that is a half moon, which I'm assuming from the look of it, it is, my name actually means crescent moon. If anyone wondering what the H is, it's my name. And this is a plug to my Instagram, but you can find my first name on my Instagram. Because it will be herewith and then my name. So if you want to know my name, go find it. Plug. Drop a follow. Even though I don't like people saying that they follow me or they're a fan, I don't like it. Despise it. I'm no different to anyone else. But, go support the Instagram if you want. But yeah, my name is Crescent Moon. Meaning. There's no real relevance. Interesting.
Spiritual, very religious. Talked about family morals, values, support systems, what's needed in a relationship to thrive and prosper. The things that I was attracted to was her personality, her charisma, the way that she constantly was always there for me. And I mean, not for nothing, the way she looked.
Okay. Yeah.
When I
was going to say, Malachi, shut your mouth, all right? Just shut up, right? It's okay in this instance to say that you are attracted to her looks. Because, people who beat around the bush and list off everything other than appearance, let's not take the piss, right? I'm happy you didn't go overboard, though. When you were listing off, tattoos and stuff,
what?
But I'm glad you didn't go overboard like some of the other creeps. She got slender legs. Shut your mouth. But I'm glad you did say, and of course, her looks. So fair play, Malachi. Once again, you don't seem a bad guy. So
opened up her Instagram profile for the first time. I saw 1 to 2 pictures. I asked her why exactly were there only, 1 or 2 pictures.
Sorry, what did she say there? First of all, that's not how you spell bored. Where's the E? We must have popped an E if we think this is genuine. Go backwards, please. Bad bitches, I'm not shit. What does that mean, Mary? Now, I might be young, but I'm not as down with the kids, as they say. So I'm not sure what you're talking about there. But also, again, it says there at the bottom, it's 2021. So, her account has not been used much or regularly, I guess. But an account where it's an obviously attractive woman, 16 followers, I'm not sure, again, knowing Instagram and the way it works, I'm pretty sure she would have a lot more followers. So there's another red flag. Now, I'm not saying there's no accounts out there who have a low number of followers and are attractive at the same time. Sure, there must be. But I don't know. For the most part, I feel like a lot of accounts who are, we'll say, conventionally attractive, right? Very obvious in the sense, conventional to society, if you get what I'm trying to say. They're going to naturally have a lot more followers. And obviously, you go into the comments and there's a bunch of men just dropping barking gifs. Get a grip of yourself. But yeah, is that interesting to point? I don't know. But so far, there's been a lot of red flags that I would assume someone younger would have picked up on. But he did say earlier that social media is not really a big thing for him. And I'm the same, to be honest. If it wasn't for this channel, I'm pretty sure I would not be on social media other than I scroll Twitter anonymously for like Chelsea football news and stuff and wrestling stuff. Once again, if you are not a fan of commentaries, I can only apologize. But if you're already at this point, then you've figured out that it's a commentary, I hope. It's actually getting kind of hot now. I don't know what's going on with my body.
What the hell's going on over here?
Exactly, were there only, 1 or 2 pictures? She responded that she's new to social media.
Okay, where's the sense here? Because if you're new to social media, you posted in 2021. What? I don't know, unless Catfish just found a random fake account. No, I don't understand. Insert the SpongeBob meme.
Mr. Krabs, I am so confused.
Come on, Malachi. Is it not clicking? How can she be new, but she's posted in 2021? Cool, she might have taken a bloody sabbatical from Instagram. But it just doesn't make sense.
And that this was her first time doing like something like this.
Like what?
First photo that I've ever received from her was a photo of her just chilling on a bed, looking at the camera, kissing. At first, I was a bit skeptical of the whole thing because I was like, you don't even know me, but yet you're over here wishing me a good morning. You're wanting to wish me a good night randomly. You're wanting to stay up and talk to me throughout the day.
Look, that's a red flag. You're so different. What? How do you even know me? We've never met in person. We've not even had a video call or any. How do you know I'm so different? That just doesn't make sense. I know it's romantic and you on the other end, depending on your loneliness and stuff like that, you're going to look at this and be, oh my, yeah, that's so, it's really what I want to hear. It makes me feel good, But I'm sorry to burst your bubbles. If someone tells you this, nefarious means are abound.
What did that just mean?
Even though I have all this stuff I had going on during that time.
Malachi was skeptical of Mary's intentions of getting to know him, but despite that, the two got to know each other better and talked constantly.
Mary's hobbies consisted of hiking on the weekends, painting, doing makeup on the side, anything cosmetology related or anything outdoor related, honestly.
What's cosmetology?
She went to school for cosmetology, some type of institution out there in San Diego.
What is cosmetology? Space? Cosmic stuff, I'm assuming, so space.
When me and her started talking, she was in her final month of being there. She said that she likes Japanese cuisine, sushi.
Can you cook sushi for me, please? Shut up, Mary. Shut up. I might be mistaken, but I don't think sushi is cooked. Unless I might be missing a certain type, but to my knowledge, it's mostly raw. I mean, obviously the rice is cooked and chilled. And cook a pizza for me as well. No, we're not pushing the boat out here, are we, Mary? We're just settling for the little things. Which fair enough, I guess. What am I on about?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Fast food, pizza.
Someone
and,
cook me a
like
pizza.
homemade things. And I was told her, like, I have no problem doing any of that
What
for
are
you.
these shots?
I mean, she calls me king.
Oh.
She calls me daddy. I called her queen. I called her honey bun. You know, she said that she loved me.
That's a red flag. Or it might just be cynical of me. If someone calls you wife or husband in the first few weeks, we'll say, let's get a grip of ourselves. I know times are tough nowadays, and the game, right? The game is difficult, the dating game, and you want to swiftly move things along, but get a grip of yourself. Stop it. Don't is a strong word, wife and husband, so don't throw it around so recklessly. Right, Mary? Or else I'll boil you an entire dragon roll, and you won't be happy about that. Or you will, because you want sushi cooked, so forget I said that.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
King, daddy, ooh. And then you said queen, but are you the scammer then? Huh? Malachi? Are you scamming it? Just saying.
Valentine's Day. And she just kind of sort of expected it back from me. So I just sent her, I hit her with the 143 smiley kissy face. I planned out what we should do, where we should go. I just was going to take her out on a nice little dinner date.
Sorry, but someone in the comments tell me what 143 is. What are we doing here? Is it some kind of PIN code? Is it the access code to Mary's heart? I'm a bit confused here, so someone let me know.
Then get to know her more, keep her out there for a week, have a good time, go to the beach, go to the museum, you know, like I had a whole thing planned, but
everything was going great between Malachi and Mary, and the two even had plans for future dates together.
Why is her tongue out?
But soon after, Mary needed help with multiple expenses.
After the first month, everything was good until she asked me to help her with her school bills. And that consisted of a final exam that cost $200 and whatever dollars.
Obviously, I'm assuming we'll get into it. But why? Why do you need help? And this is my point of, even if this was real, right? Mary is a real person, we'll say. Sending pictures like that, especially right from the beginning, I get it, you might be a straightforward person. Here you go. Do you know what I mean? But if this was real and you get pictures like, you're on the road to manipulation already, Malachi, all right? Even if this was real. Because again, at least to my knowledge, I don't think women are going to send pictures like that right off the jump. But anyway, I always ask this question, if Malachi didn't, come into your life, Mary, how are you paying then for these school bills?
I asked her, how do you not have the funds to, support yourself right now? She hit me with this, anything you pay me, I'll pay you back. And I have the proof for it.
That doesn't answer the question, you sack of shit, Mary. All right? That does not answer his question. He didn't ask you, do you have money? Oh, my bank account has it. I'll pay you back. No, he said, do you... Wait, unless I could be very wrong, because once again, I'm running on 10%. It might have even dropped to 9% right now, actually. I'm pressing to go backwards. Come on.
First, you need to calm down.
You don't have the funds to cover your school. No, I was correct. It's a simple yes or no. Not I have the money to pay you back. But if you have the money to pay him back, then you have the money to pay for the bills. Oh,
with
Malachi.
this, anything you pay me, I'll pay you back. And I have the proof for it.
Malachi,
The
Malachi.
conversation that she told me about the whole bank account was, babe, I have something very important to tell you.
Oh,
All
my
you have to
God.
do not open your mouth to anybody else about this. I will pay you back everything you've ever given to me tenfold. Even put your name on this.
Oh, that's a red flag, right? Just even for the fact that when you tell me something like that, am I supposed to believe that you love me for me, or you love me because you're just trying to access this bank account? Like, I would not marry you. You figure that out on your ones, please. Thank you very much. You've thrown the relationship in the dryer, just in the cleaners, in the ringer. I'm being ringed out, bro. But you ain't getting no ring for me. Oh, Malachi. Malachi. Look at his face here. That's exactly how I feel, man. Just
So the random bank account number
random, sure.
went to a Bank of America account with $45 million.
By the way, who the hell are your parents? Huh? My question is, sure, who the hell are they? How do you have an account that they've put 45 million in? Adopt me, please. Secondly, are they alive? Right? That is a good question we should be asking, because if they are alive and everything is in good standing, surely they can help you with $200, not a random man off of Instagram. So hopefully we get that question answered.
Hello, Larry. Your account balance is $45,328,323.14. To hear more account details, press 5.
I ain't never in my life ever heard that, been around that type of money, anything.
Same.
So me hearing that, and it, that being her father's account, I was like, well, baby girl, you are one, blessed because your mom and dad have literally given you generational wealth if you manage your money properly.
It's ours if you just stay with me forever. Like, this is just becoming a transactional relationship at this point. It wasn't even a relationship to begin with, but now it's solely becoming transactional. I don't think there's any love here, Malachi. Look, as good of a guy as you seem you are, yeah, right now I'm struggling to believe that you're not seeing dollar signs, right? Your eyes are flashing up with euro signs, yen signs, the great British pound, even though it's not so great in this economy right now. Yes. Anyway, replace those horns on your head with some dollar bills, and now we're talking.
I didn't even care about payback, honestly.
Stop
I
lying.
just wanted to help somebody who needed help.
Stop
She was
lying.
in college, apparently,
Stop showing this picture of her sucking an ice lolly for some reason. Come on now. Sometimes I believe. What?
What are you doing?
Because of that malfunction, I've now dropped to 7.5%. As of right now, there's about 20 minutes left. No, half an hour. Maths. So I will be 0% by the end of this.
all this while her grandmother was sick. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to relieve the burden off your shoulders, help you do this, even though I don't have the financial stability to do so myself.
Okay, well, thank you for that. That's a red flag on yourself. Do not, in the sake of love or the sake of romance, you think you're some knight in shining armor, as I mentioned before. If you're not in the financial capability realm doing so things to do so, you don't have to do it. I get it. You think it'll make you, check the boxes all over the place. I'm in Nike Town, apparently. Oh my, like and subscribe just because of that joke. You think you're ticking the boxes, but you don't work for Nike Town, so put the box down and go about your life and actually, you know, save the money for yourself and your mum. I think you live with your mum, if I remember correctly. But okay, I mean, the other people on this show, the victims who send money and they're not financially capable to do so, I tell them they need to get a grip of themselves. So just because we're of a similar age and you seem like get a grip of yourself, Malachi. Get a grip of yourself. By the way, I see this a lot on Twitter. Not really sure if it's related, but it kind of is. Where there's always this discussion where people post a question and they get people's opinions of, oh, if your date takes you to this restaurant that's not as good looking and not as expensive as another restaurant, does it mean that they don't like you? Get a grip of yourself. If someone's taking you on a date in the first place and you have that mentality, you shouldn't even be on a date, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Once in a while, sure, you'd like to be taken somewhere nice. Me personally, if I can afford to go to a particular restaurant and it's a special occasion perhaps, we'll go there. But for the people who, especially when they're in a relationship already and it's a long-term relationship, stop crying that you're being taken to perhaps, a fast food place. What's the date here? Is the date about you spending time with that person, just vibing, eating some food? Or is the date about you posting on your social media that you visited a very fancy restaurant? Do you get my point? So in this, I always say, with regards to that, live within your means. Because it's not worth, even in a relationship, right? It's not worth harming yourself financially, because then it will lead, of course, to your mental health declining as well, because you're doing way too much to try and satisfy someone who doesn't seem to be capable of being satisfied, and they only want the finer things in life. But if it's a true relationship, you're in it together, you'll understand one another, and when you're able to do so, you'll do so. So in this situation, I'm not sure you told Mary, oh, I'm not able to do this right now financially. If it was real, right, she would have said, and if she genuinely liked you, she would have said, yeah, no worries. But actually, I don't even think she would be asking in the first place, because once again, I'm not sure how many women within the first few weeks or something are asking you to pay for things. Again, if it was real and that was the case, you're being manipulated. So watch out, everyone. But yeah, does that make sense? Live within your means. It's not romantic. We're not in the movies here. Hallmark has cancelled this movie. Get a grip of yourself.
The next reason I had to send her money was her grandmother's medical bills. She is sick. I don't know. She sent me a picture of her. She said that she's bedridden, can hardly move around the house. She slipped and fell pretty bad, hurt herself.
Where are the parents?
To get her medicine.
Where are the actual grandmother's children? Huh? The parents. Mary's parents. Where are they? Where are they? Huh? It's not been mentioned that, they passed away or anything. So why are they not helping their own mother? And also, where were you, Mary, in any of this? Again, if Malachi doesn't exist, does your grandmother just not get any medication? I'm a bit confused here.
Her grandmother is the last living relative that she has. And the medicine in total, she asked for about $350 to $450.
Okay, so my question has been answered. They're all dead. So, but my point still stands, right? If Malachi doesn't exist, you just don't get medicine? I'm confused here. And also, wouldn't, I say wouldn't, but it would be very naive of me to think that everyone can afford the medical insurance that America fists you with. So I'm not going to say that surely she would have it, because in actuality, I'm assuming a lot of people can't afford to have medical insurance. So forget I was going to say that. I've put it in the bin, right? But Mary in this position, surely, it's not an overnight thing that she needs medication, right? So surely you would have available in a bank account that you can actually access funds to help care for your grandmother and yourself. Like, you don't have your own money? What's going on here? You just waiting for someone to marry you. So you just don't live. But okay.
She tells me all the time that her grandmother says hi and that she appreciates everything I've done for her and her grand.
I'd need a video, right? Give me a video of your grandmother saying thank you, and I'll send the money, right?
Just say it.
But then I would know if it's AI, because I was gonna say they could fake it, but I would know. I think.
And me being the kind person I am,
stop it.
My grandmother was also bedridden, could not move around, had MS, was really, really, really sick. The next reason that she would need money from me is now to...
By the way, as I always say again, when the victims call themselves kind and etc., no one named their business that. That's horrible. But when the victims say that they're caring people, I don't believe you, right? On one hand, sure, what you're doing, at the end of the day, if it was genuine, you've helped someone, and even, well, it's a scam. But in obviously the case that you don't know it's a scam, you've still helped someone. But then on the other hand, being kind doesn't mean you have to be stupid and foolish with money that you are already struggling with anyway. Like, it's okay to say no, everyone. And if someone makes you feel bad for saying no, they're not someone you need in your life. So, I think I've mentioned before, this whole, oh, why can't you help me? Why did you say no? You don't need to give a reason. Now, depending on who the person is, you might want to give a reason just so that, they can have some peace of mind or something. But in my opinion, for example, if someone, hey, do you want to come out to this restaurant, for example, with a bunch of people, whatever, me, as I don't know if it's crazy, but as maybe hard to believe as it is, I'm very introverted in terms of real life talking to people. Now, if, for example, I've known you for a while, sure, I'll be the crazy self that you guys see on camera. But away from the camera, I'm actually quite introverted, and I don't really speak to a lot of people. Me and the PlayStation, it's not anything weird. Stop it. But sometimes in the past, when I was invited somewhere or for other things, I guess, I'm trying to think of examples, but I don't really have any right now, but I've said no. And there would be times, for example, when someone used to ask, can I do something for them? But I can't, right? If you guys know, I was homeless in the past, so I can't help you much, right? So I used to say no, and they used to say, but why? Aren't we friends, etc.? Yeah, we are, but no, right? It's okay. Just accept no as it is. You don't need to ask why. You don't need to, you don't know that other person what they're going through, and if they wanted to reveal it, they'd reveal it. So to the people watching this, I mean, we've gone probably way off topic, but it's kind of related. It's okay to say no, and don't feel guilty that you haven't had to spin up some excuse that is believable. It's okay to just say no. So please learn that, I guess. It's a good thing to have. So Malachi should have said no and just gone about his day, but alas.
Fix her phone so she can give me a FaceTime call.
Oh.
I proceeded to ask why,
it just gets
considering
worse.
that the 2 calls that you've given me in the first 2 months have only lasted for a minute and a half. She proceeded to hit me with the excuse of my phone is broken or my internet is bad. To fix her phone, I proceeded to then again reach into my pocket, pull out almost near $1,000 to fix the phone.
Should I just like plant this for Malachi? I've stabbed myself. Malachi, do you know that for $1,000, right? Instead of just repairing her shitty phone, which by the way, if she said her internet is bad, how will fixing the phone help in any way? Because even the new phone would still use the bad internet. So you've wasted money either way. But for $1,000, you can shove the repair up your ass and actually go buy a new phone. Now, I don't know the prices of iPhones in America, but I'm pretty sure you could pick up maybe a pre-owned phone for less than $1,000 that's still in good condition. So I don't know what's going on, Malachi. I know you said social media is not really your thing, but are you living in this world at all? Because it doesn't seem to me that you know pretty anything. Pretty anything. What does that mean? On the flip side of pretty everything, Mary is a bunch of ugly nothing because she don't exist. Not the actual person, because people cry, right? They take little things from my jokes and expand on some crazy level. I'm not calling the actual person behind Mary's account ugly. Except the scammer. You know, they're ugly. Both in here and in life. But, you know, the actual person behind Mary's pictures is not ugly, just in case anyone decides to shitting come for me.
What do you mean by that?
Still, have yet to get an actual FaceTime call that lasts over a minute and a half. I paid her phone bill a collective of like 10, 20 times, $150 each time. Every month, basically, she would come and be like, hey, I need you to pay my phone bill or I won't be able to talk to you. I want to talk to my husband. I want to talk to you. I don't want to ever miss chatting with you. I don't want to ever do this. I don't want to ever do that.
Malachi paid for everything that Mary had asked for: medication, phone bills, and her student expenses. At this point, the two were making plans to meet up, but Mary would need help paying for that as well.
Oh my Lord.
Now we're getting ready to meet. She wanted me to step up in now $1,450 for a first class all-round ticket.
If you think, right, there's a red flag again. If you think, let's hypothetically say I'm somehow in this position and, you know, Mary's messaging me or whatever. If you think the audacity for everything that I've given you, you now want a first-class ticket on top of that. Shut up, all right? I'm shoving you in the cargo, bro. You can fly over in the cargo. I'll pay $5 or something. This is ridiculous. Like, surely, I get it. Cool, you think you're romantic, Malachi. But at what point are you going to stop and say, hold on a second here. I'm being fleeced. Like, you don't need to be social media bloody specialist, yeah? You just don't live in the real world, apparently. You said $200 was out of your means, so then you proceeded to pay $1K, which, by the way, no, I was gonna say you're paying for these things and you're expecting a FaceTime call. So it's kind of you not paying for the right reason, but you would expect a FaceTime call if you've paid someone's phone repair for $1,000 at the minimum, right? This is insane. First class. Shove it up your ass, man. You can fly normal, right? What's it called? Economy or something? And just be a normal civilian, bro. Why are you trying to fleece me and trying to act like you're some kind of celebrity? Get a grip.
She sent me the picture of the ticket.
What is this?
I felt very excited.
You paid for it.
Over prepared. God.
Malachi, where's your money coming from, bro? You didn't mention that you work. So where's your money coming from? Huh? You actually have more money than me. That's what I'm assuming. Send me the money. I'll come see you, bro. I'll fly economy for you even, just to make it cheaper. Send me the money.
A lot of things ready, lined up in order for this day. Reserved dinner reservations, hotel plans, amusement park plans. Then I told her, okay, I'm gonna have a surprise for you when you get here. I get out the car with my roses that she said was her favorite. On the sign, I get, "Welcome, Mary. This is Malachi." I waited and sat there for 5 hours, waiting, asking, "Where are you at? What's happening?" And then I get a picture of her holding up a peace sign, smiling, saying that she got held up by ICE. I got a whole lot of things that...
Hold on, right? This picture here, first of all, where is this picture? Because if this is you on the plane, in the plane's bathroom, wow, that's a great first class flight because you get toothbrushes and all sorts included. But secondly, I don't think... Why is her tongue always out, right? What's going on there? But I don't think this picture properly depicts your mood, because it seems like you're a bit too happy that you got stopped by the ICE. Huh? ICE, ICE, baby. I'm not visiting you because I'm not real. It's just interesting, the choice of photos that the scammers decide to use. They're always leading towards thirst traps, aren't they? Oh, yeah, I know you're probably angry at me, but here's a thirst trap of me looking good so you can just, forget all those emotions. Malachi, come on, man. Yeah, if you sent me this picture, 5 hours of me waiting, I'd say put the peace sign down, because nothing about this situation is peaceful, Mary.
Things that ultimately have just completely went to waste because she has not showed up. I buy 2 more tickets.
Why?
Each one apparently needed to be first class and the same amount as the first one.
So when she was stopped, I don't really know who the ICE are, right? I know there's some kind of, perhaps, no, I don't know what they are. Do they deal with, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what they are, but I'm assuming if you were stopped by them at the airport, there's some kind of security, I guess. But did they send her home then? Let's try again, send me another for, what's going on here, huh? I tell you right now, right, just because I don't want to forget this, Mary had a little lamb, and her little lamb was named Malachi. And in the end, Mary fleeced Malachi. I've messed it up, man. I've just butchered it. Mary fleeced Malachi. I don't know why I replaced the L in Malachi with an R. Because quite literally, you've taken a massive L here. So how could I forget that? But yeah, Mary had a little lamb and she fleeced the lamb. We're at 5%. The laptop is on 100%. I'm on 5.
she said, go ahead and tell your family and friends that, you know, you're soon going to be able to see your wife or whatever.
Shut
I was
up,
like,
Mary.
okay. So I told my friends, I
Why?
told my moms, and here we are.
Sure, I'm begging, right? Maybe the mum might say, "Oh, that's so sweet, honey." Haha. I'm begging your best friend tells you that you are a fool.
Years later, still nothing.
Oh, well,
I
whose fault
mean,
is
at
that?
first I was happy for you, but as it progressed and like weird incidences started happening, like you got that mail at the house, and I was like, what? What is it? Oh, I don't know. Some check she wants me to cash, or it just sent my little mommy antennas up. I don't like how much she has used you. She has taken a lot of money and resources from you.
Having
been fleeced, correct. But that's why I said earlier, even if this was a real person, right? They're obviously, just for the record, if anyone's in a similar situation where it is a genuine person, but they are continuously taking money from you, please understand that you are still essentially being scammed. Just putting that out there for anyone. I think it's a similar story to, I'll put it up there. There was a British influencer who scammed an autistic man. Now, she used the story of, you know, I think it was her mum or something had cancer or whatever. But she's obviously a real person, right? But obviously still scamming someone. So please be aware that even if you are receiving real calls or real pictures, and the person has proven themselves to be a real person, it doesn't mean that they're not still scamming you, if that makes sense. So just be vigilant, you know? If put this over your eyes, right? You've heard of rose-tinted glasses, but have hell-tinted glasses. Everything is red, and navigate social media like that. Thanks.
Stood up in the airport and paid for multiple tickets for Mary to never show up, Malachi feels that he's doing the right thing by helping her out and hopes the two will meet up together, face to face.
You're just too horny.
At the end of the day, I only did what I thought was right, in my opinion. What I was looking at was a beautiful woman that I thought that I could take serious and commit to and have a serious relationship with.
First of all, you know, I love when I say first of all, but I've said like a million things. But surely at his age, you know, you can question my sexuality if you want. I couldn't give a shit. He's a good-looking guy. I'm struggling to believe that there's no one in person that you are...
I'm sorry. I can't handle this.
Not in contact with, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying he has to be like a Casanova, a bloody Hugh Hefner, right? Not everyone is speaking to that many people, sure. But wouldn't it be better to just go in person? Now, I know he wasn't really looking for dates, and he wasn't on a dating website, but it's just all a bit too fishy, right? He recognized, you know, am I being scammed, right? He's got that in his head already. Now, granted, this is way after, right? He's obviously sent all this money, but in the past, or with your friends, for example, your best friend, do you not talk about this kind of stuff? Hey, she's asked me for this much and I sent it. Like, surely best friends talk about that kind of stuff. Who you're dating and stuff, right? So your friend didn't mention anything, perhaps? It's just a bit fishy, right? I don't know.
I just want to know exactly what I've sat here, wasted 2.5 years on, and $10,000 on. I'm tired of sitting here talking to just a phone.
That's another thing. Surely after a couple months, no one is that busy, right? No one... You're calling me your husband, right? Surely you would really, really like to come meet me. The money, I don't see how that could affect anyone, because where is your money from the past, right? Sure, as I said earlier, you've got this bank account that you can only access when you're married. But do you not have any other money? Where is everything? Help me understand. But yeah, again, at this age, you had a relationship before. All right, it was high school, so I'm not sure how serious it can realistically be. But shout out everyone who's still with their high school sweetheart, for example. Shout out you guys. But it just doesn't make sense. You've had a relationship before. You know, I assume you know what's wrong and right.
That is so silly.
And me trusting you and
too
believing you
lonely,
the way
do
I
you know what I
have, and you completely backstabbing me and doing this constantly like you've shown me for the last
It's
2.5
not even your
years
home,
has really
Mary.
not
So
helped
what are you
your
talking
case
about?
at all. If you told me this was real, I honestly would be relieved.
Yeah.
Like, I put myself in so many holes, dug myself so many graves, all in.
Look, this is crazy. That's a red flag, right? You're telling me you'll be, I guess, relieved in the sense that, okay, cool, it's a real person and I haven't been scammed. But on the other hand, which is the hand you should look at more seriously, because even if, you know, you find out she's real, this isn't someone you want to be with. I'm sorry. Because one, the financial responsibility of a rock and not Dwayne Johnson. If only financial of Dwayne Johnson, because but the financial responsibility of a rock, because where is all your money? Like, you must have a job of some kind, because if it wasn't for Malakhai anyway, if he didn't exist, you were going to school previously anyway, so how were you paying your bills? Secondly, the amount of, you know, frustration, of course, you've been put through to describe, you know, this experience as you digging a grave, etc. If you're describing your relationship like that, it doesn't sound like you should be in that relationship. Now, don't get me wrong. Sure, relationships, you go through ups and downs. You go through the trials and tribulations, as they say. But when it gets to a stage where you're describing it as you've put yourself in a hole, right? I don't think it's good for your mental or physical health at that point. So discard the relationship. Again, that's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Again, Malakhai, you seem like a good guy, but I might be being scammed here, because I don't believe someone... no, actually. I don't know. You weren't lonely or anything, were you? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Name of this love that has never loved me back, honestly.
Well, all right, Seekers, we knew we had to help Malakhai, so the research team sat down to go over all of the information he had given us.
You said it there. This person clearly doesn't show the love back. Why would you want this to be real? Again, I hope you want it to be real in the sense that, you know, cool, I haven't been scammed at least. But any other point, just forget it.
We have a lot of information we can look into. She sent him her home address, which is in El Monte, which is not too far from us.
No,
Brian.
like 2 hours.
So you also have images of this woman.
I bet when they hear that a story is in California, their ears light up. The dollar signs appear on their eyes. It's a road trip, guys. We can write stuff off as a tax expense.
I gotta do what I gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. You just do it.
She's claiming to be, and some Cash App and Western
Bitcoins?
Union transactions.
What's going
So
on?
something I noticed is when he had sent over all the images for Mary, is that the majority of the images are a bit racy.
So you think that that's what's catching his attention. And
I believe so, yes.
I would say that that probably has a high likelihood to affect a young man.
As I said earlier, when you're sending these pictures, they are for the sole purpose to make you feel a type of way after, of course, you know, you send me money for a ticket, but you must send me another ticket because, you know, shit's gone left. But here's a picture of me looking a bit, do you forgive me?
And another thing that I want to talk about, because he didn't mention this in his interview, he drove all the way from North Carolina to California.
That's insane.
But never was able to get inside the apartment. I wonder why.
I'm trying to show you. I'm literally outside. You think I'm kidding or playing with you, bro. And I'm literally sitting outside. It doesn't look like that at all.
Monica's tax service right next to a massage parlor. So when you're done getting fisted by the tax man, you can go get a massage and calm yourself down. What a funny placement of stores that is. Or services, let's be honest. What are they doing in that massage parlor? Is it a genuine one, or is it one of those ones that, you know, you leave with a happy ending? You'd need it after being fisted by the taxman. But this might just be the cynic in me once again, right? But let's address something here. I don't think the scammer would say, yeah, drive that many miles over, no issues here. Because it would kind of scupper their plans, because, potentially you drive over, I mean, no one's going to answer the door. So now I might lose the victim, right? They might be fed up and not want anything to do with me. So did you drive unannounced to this address? I think there was a story before. If I can remember what it is, I'll put it up there, where the guy drove, obviously, to the address given by the scammer, unannounced, right? In a real life scenario, I think that's a bit creepy. And that's a lot creepy. You just driving that long, by the way. Do you not have a job? What's going on here, first of all? Once again, how are you getting your money? Because it seems like you do have a nice car. You know, you like muscle cars and stuff. Seems like a nice car. So I'm assuming you have money. But anyway, it's very creepy to just drive to someone's address unannounced. So if this was a real scenario, you're swaying me here, huh? Malachi, you're swaying me. We've crossed the fence now into creepy territory. That might just be me being very cynical, but let me know your thoughts.
It's cloudy outside. There's a truck right there and a black car right there. In your photo, it's completely sunny and empty as
Gotta love showing up just for somebody that you love and truly care about, only for them to not really want to see you or show you the same amount of respect or compassion as you have.
Bro, what are you talking about here? Like, I don't know if you can sense like a tone switch in me, but you are pissing me off now. Once again, why the shitting hell have you got horns on your head, bro? You're filming this like serious video about how someone broke your heart and stuff, and you got horns on your head. Stop the filter, bro. It is a catfish yourself. Let's address this, by the way. You are a catfish yourself, because this filter, you know, kind of gets rid of your little unibrow. Is that why you use this filter? Because the picture, you know, you have that you're speaking to her, I'm assuming that's your display picture. It's a catfish. Your skin isn't, you know, this flawless. Oh, gosh, I'm pissed off now, aren't I? I'm at 4%. We are declining. I just don't understand what this video is. Who's this video for? Is it to send to Mary? Like, what's going on here? if this is to Mary and this was a real scenario, right? To anyone watching this, if you get stood up or whatever, don't send them a video, right? Don't pour out your heart in a text message, expressing how you feel. Do it. When I hit puberty, that would be good. Do it, but do it in like a notes, right? In your notes app, or write it down. Because if this person has stood you up, they would have given you the reason, and they would care about you enough to let you know anyway. So this video, if it's to send to Mary, 1, the scammer don't give a shit, but 2, if this was genuine, it just makes you seem a bit too desperate, in my opinion. And get rid of the horns, man. You got crosses. Like, isn't that ironic that you're wearing a cross, you got a cross earring, but you love this horn filter?
So, thank you. This is always nice.
Malachi is obviously a young man. We don't get a lot of cases where, someone is completely unaware of some of the red flags that have popped up. He has his whole life ahead of him. What's he doing in this case where he's in this for 2.5 years with somebody that's only chatted with him on the phone for a collection of 5 minutes? How do we help this guy?
If you took Mary's pictures and you manipulated them, zoomed in so that you only see the face, dare I say, he would not be here. That might, again, be me being very cynical, but going off of what we've seen on this show, for the most part, a lot of victims are very fixated on the physical appearance. Not the face, the body of the person that they're talking to. We've obviously seen the pictures, sucking on an ice lolly and everything. That's why he's here. Allegedly.
After discussing Malachi's case, the research team came up with a game plan and got to work.
Okay, it's time to start digging into what Malachi had sent us. So we have Cash App transactions, we have the address in El Monte where Mary lives.
El Monte.
We also have a copy of the plane ticket, her email address, and a bunch of images that Malachi had sent over to us.
I was just wondering, are these all the transactions for him?
Yeah, so basically what happened was Malachi had sent over 2 profiles from Cash App. And did you guys get a chance to look at those 2 profiles?
Yeah, we were looking into it and we couldn't find anything for those usernames.
He said, that's all on that account. I lost access to the other one because I lost the password and the balance was negative $8,555 for reasons unknown.
And since then, he can't log in at all.
No, he cannot log in.
Interesting.
Yes. So with the transactions, we can chat with Malachi about those later. As for the transactions he did send to us, let's just look into those and see if we can create a cryptograph.
Okay, sounds good.
So we should probably look into that El Monte
Spiderweb
address.
of crypto.
All right, so I got the address pulled up right here and the address checks out. There's no way for us to verify apartment to apartment who's actually living there, so I think the best way would be to go check in person.
If you look back at the apartment, it looks like there's some sort of security to get into the actual complex.
Yeah, it looks like a key card reader on the wall. So maybe if we can get a hold of the front desk or something, we could try to get some information. But I think probably going in person would be the best bet.
Yeah. Lastly, we have about 30 images that Malachi had sent over to us for this person he's talking to, Mary.
Yeah, let me look this up real quick on our website. So I just ran a search and I want to share with you what I found here. Lots of escort pages under different names. So here we have Michelle Stubbs, 803 number. Then we have Sam under a 516 number. And we have another, this is Sam in Palm Springs. This one doesn't have a name, but she is in San Francisco. So another completely different location. And then we have her as Linda here.
Someone explain to me, how in the hell do you actually, like, first of all, compose. I'm on 3% right now because my brain, we're going off, I don't even know what I'm saying. but all these pages, like when someone, of course, pays to have an escort come over, or what is an escort? Am I thinking of the same thing? Is a sex worker the same as an escort, or is an escort just someone who will like accompany you on like red carpets or something? I'm a bit confused because I know that kind of stuff exists where, you know, you pay someone and they, I think, go with you places. So I don't know if I'm thinking of the same thing here, but regardless of whichever one it means, I mean, if we're talking about, it says there, intimate haircut, shaved, probably I'll lean towards the sex worker side of things. When you obviously send money for, you know, all of these pages, and you expect this woman to, you know, come to your home or whatever, how does that work? I assume, of course, they just steal your money and no one ever shows up. But has there ever been cases where people pay for, you know, a very specific sex worker to come over and someone completely different appears? Now, I'm not sure if anyone has had that experience in the comments. I don't think you will want to, you know, expose that. But anyone know of any stories like that? I feel like that surely has happened. It's just interesting that there's so many pages with different names. That is it just the typical scam, they just steal your money, or like someone completely different turns up, you know? Let me know in the comments.
And this looks like Las Vegas and Los Angeles. So on Instagram, we have a few different profiles as well. This one's Chloe. And then we have
Chloe Tate, by the way. Just anyone with the surname Tate that I've seen online. You know, they're not really a great person.
Police! Police! Help!
Not you. If you watching this have the surname Tate, I'm sure you're a great person.
And then we have Diana. This is the name that we
now.
mainly saw when searching her. This name came up the most when searching social media. Has quite a few photos, but not that much. This one's under the name Mia.
So a lot of Instagram profiles under different names. Somewhat of a red flag, wouldn't you say?
Oh, somewhat,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
if anything, this just proves that her photos have been stolen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Maybe
yeah, let's
they
see if we
have.
could find a real person.
Maybe.
I think we need to spend a little more time looking into who she is and confirm her identity. And in the meantime, Drew and I will head over to the El Monte address to see who's living there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Once again, very dangerous.
After a few days of researching, the team had some answers, but we felt we could take it a step further to get definitive proof for Malachi and confirm who was living in this address in El Monte. So Brianne and I hit the road.
Sorry, what incarnation are we driving here, bro? It's a freaking monster truck. Why is it so big? Holy smokes, I'd be scared to drive that. Look how much bigger it is to like the, I don't know what you would call it, SUV on the right. Look how much bigger it is. Oh, I've never heard that about myself. Shout out to all the small kings in the world. Just know, great things come in small packages. But anyway, I'd be scared to drive this. Look how much taller it is than Drew.
Let's get on the road, Brianne.
All right, let's go.
Sorry, who was that? Who's that random guy in the background? I've never seen him before. Obviously, he's the cameraman. Interesting. It's not. But once again, I do. It's very dangerous. Like, we're just rocking up to some random address here. I mean, Bree, I don't think it will fight anyone if shit goes down. And the cameraman, he's got to protect the equipment, right? So he's probably going to run away. So Drew's going to be there by himself trying to fight off, you know, criminals if it comes to it. It's just very dangerous. We need to hire some security, right? I think you can afford it. So I think it's best to hire someone when you go to addresses. But that's just my opinion. You know, we don't have an art, for example, big and, you know.
Well, we made it to El Monte. Why are we in El Monte, Brienne?
So
okay,
story.
You said El Monte and then El Monte. So which one is it? Oh, you're looking at me now, is it? Yeah, I said it. Is it El Monte or El Monte, Drew? Come on. Let me know. That is scary.
Behind this is he lives on the East Coast.
Look at Bree looking like a model.
Drove from where he lived, I believe North or South Carolina,
yeah, that's just
to
too
California,
to be honest.
just so he can get a chance to meet Mary, who he had been talking to for some time. And so when he got here to her apartment and he was parked out front, he claimed that he called her to come down and she never came down.
Why didn't he ever just go and knock on the door?
He said that she was telling him all kinds of stories and giving him all kinds of excuses, that she was on house arrest and something about the pipe burst in the apartment and the landlord wasn't going to let her come out of the apartment, go downstairs, and so he never ended up seeing her.
First of all, surely when you're on house arrest and someone visits you, that doesn't play a part in anything. But I'm not a criminal, so how do I know? Let me know your thoughts. Why is she on house arrest? That's another good question. I'd ask serious questions, Malachi. But all the excuses that she gave, once again, that tells me that you didn't ask her, the scammer, right? But in a real scenario we're talking about here. You just showed up unannounced because these excuses you would have been told even before you left on to drive. So I feel like you just showed up unannounced. That's creepy, man. It's just...
Okay, I don't know how far the drive is from South or North or
Across
Ohio
country.
or whatever. You went cross country.
That's crazy.
In my head, you're coming out of the house, right?
Maybe his nerves got the best of him and he just saw it as a sign, and when she was giving him a bunch of excuses, he decided it wasn't the right timing. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure why whenever there's a story that involves an address, the victims never knock on the door. They always show up, park outside, wait for some reason, and then leave. There was another story before. Again, I'll put it up there if I can remember it, where the only thing I remember was that the guy said some slurs in Spanish, and, you know, that's all I remember from that. He tried to make himself seem like an innocent guy. I think he called himself a good guy about 7 million times. But in that episode, the address was given, and he went there, and he just never knocked on the door. So why do these people never knock on the door? I get it, cool, she's giving all sorts of excuses and stuff. But first of all, you're already creepy enough to drive cross-country, to which I'm presuming you weren't given the okay to do so. Like, I just don't understand. Like, why have you gone there then? Like, don't drive all that way and then ask to be let in or come down, right? Don't try and paint yourself in a good light here as if, oh, look, I'm asking for consent. Because you driving all that way, in my opinion anyway, that's basically saying you have to let me in because I've drove all this way now. You're not really giving the other person a chance to consent, really, because you've drove all this way, so they'll feel bad if they don't let you in. I'm just saying, this guy, he doesn't seem, at first cool before finding out everything. You seem like a calm guy before, right? And in the UK, calm is weird, but calm is slang for a good guy, right? What happened there? I malfunctioned again. 2.5% now. Now, in my opinion, again, you very creepy, to be honest.
Well, we're knocking on this door. We're gonna get the answers. We're gonna find out who lives here. Hopefully, this person isn't using some random person's address. We're gonna figure out who lives here. Why did this person tell Malachi that they live here? We're gonna get the answers. We're gonna find out the truth.
Could be a Money Mule's address. That's what I'm presuming. Oh, why do we look at it? Wow. This is a nice looking place,
It's 101, so we need to go up one.
Maybe right here. These are stairs. Yeah.
As opposed to what?
207? It's like right here.
A little bit further.
Oh wait, is it back now?
No, it was a little bit further.
Oh, okay.
We
might have to go all the
walked
way
by
around.
107 down
two.
there.
It's right here. This one, I think. All right.
Ready? Oh,
this is your apartment.
You're 207?
What's this about?
So,
Money Mule.
do you know this?
Money Mule, he gives me the vibes that he's been catfished himself. They've told him, hey, do you want to make extra money? He's got a Baby Yoda shirt. Allegedly, though. I don't know, that's the vibe I'm getting.
Her name's Mary. You've never seen this woman before?
No.
Okay. So we're trying to help a guy out. He is in a relationship with this person.
No, he's not.
And she gave him this address and said she lives here.
Never seen her.
Never seen her. Okay.
Why is he his body language, right? Why is he leaned up against the wall? It just seems like he's very nervous. I mean, I get there's cameras and stuff here, and obviously people have come knocking on your door. But I don't know. Again, that might be just the cynic in me. Take a shot of water every time I've said that in this episode, by the way. Water, not alcohol. You'll probably die by the amount of times I've said it. Drink responsibly if you drink, anyway. But yeah, it's just very closed off. I get it, but you could see it in the suspicious way.
She said, I think she's been living here a year or two?
Yeah. For a couple of years. You were saying that other people live with you?
Yeah, I have my ex.
Sorry, what?
And her mother live here.
Okay,
Sure.
and none of them are by the name of Mary. They don't look like this person.
But we also just wanted to let you know that your address was used
Yes.
in whatever way. She's claiming
Not
she
very
lives.
many people know this is an apartment complex. It used to be a tire shop, a check cashing place.
Gotcha.
So.
Oh, I see.
How long have you been living here?
Almost 5 years.
5 years. Okay.
And this apartment complex has only been here 7 years.
Okay. And no Marys that look like that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Nobody's ever come here and asked either, right?
Well, Nathan, it was really nice meeting you. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for answering all of our questions and, being so open.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Other than
Well, you have a
body
good day.
language.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, bro. Nice meeting you.
All right.
Yeah, you too,
All
man.
right.
No, you never really know if he's telling the truth or not, innit?
After we were able to confirm that Mary wasn't living at this address,
Sure.
we decided to head back to the office and set up another call with Malachi the next day.
Ooh, Drew with the fresh cut. Yeah, boy. Looking good, my man. I'm on 2% now.
Help me! Help
Me!
to let him know everything that we
Why
had
is
found.
he not looking at the camera? Where is he
If you're
looking
looking to contact us and you think you might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online,
No.
or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or a family member, don't hesitate to reach out to our email,
I love
share my
they use
story
that
at
old phone.
socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
And just because they said it, I'll say it as well. Please do that to this video as well, please. It really does help a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Malachi. Are you ready for today?
Yes, I am ready. Hopefully to find out
by the way?
who I've been talking to, or at least have a little bit of background.
Cool. We're getting the usual webcam style. Did he just have a camera set up to record additional angles there? Who gave him that camera? Did they give him the camera? Or does he just have a camera? What's going on here? Someone explain to me. Why'd we get the most professional looking shot of the victim like I've ever seen in my life? I mean, especially in the beginning with all those B-rolls of him on the phone, sitting down on a bench or whatever. Like, is he recording it?
Malachi, you've been talking to Mary for over 2 years now. Tell us, what are some of the reasons you decided to seek answers after so long?
At first, it really wasn't even like red signs to me. I just like did things out of the kindness of my heart.
No.
Are you still in love with Mary?
I still have feelings for her,
Look
yeah.
at this. What
But
is
at the
this
end of the
footage?
day, it's like, what else do you expect me to do when you've kind of just, used me and manipulated me, kind of?
Yeah.
Well, Malachi, we have all
kind
the
of?
answers that you've been looking for, and we want to share with you what we found.
Alrighty, I'm ready to hear them.
So the first thing that I want to share with you is the plane ticket. While we noticed some inconsistencies with the ticket itself, the itinerary that she had sent you,
Yeah.
we noticed at the top it stated it was a flight from San Diego to Jacksonville. Right underneath that, it also states it's an itinerary for California to North Carolina.
To my knowledge, I don't think Jacksonville is in North Carolina. I think it's Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. That's what I don't know much about America, but when it comes to states and cities, for some reason, it's because of wrestling. I just know because of wrestling. But Jacksonville, Florida, she's not going North Carolina because Jacksonville ain't there.
At the very bottom, it
Deluluville is in North Carolina, though.
You're fake laughing too, right? Oh, the tears are real.
states a whole list of flights and connecting flights
What
that
is
would
this?
be taken for that itinerary. So we're missing some in-between flights. It doesn't even make sense how you could get from point A to point B, and then all of a sudden you're over here across the United States. And so for this reason, this itinerary is not valid. This is a fake itinerary. Did you notice any of this information?
I did not. I'm very new to stuff like that. That's like literally, this is my first time ever dealing with something like this. So me seeing that, I'm like, okay, cool. I just looked at it and was like, all right, bet, you're coming. Say less.
Now, in the intro interview, you said something completely different. You said that you knew it was fake.
I mean, I didn't know, but I knew after my mom, my brother, everybody was like, this is not a real ticket.
So after your family had told you, hey, this ticket's fake, this is not a real itinerary, why did you keep going with the relationship? And you continue to send her money even after the fact.
So what made me really stay was her saying that, every relationship has its up and downs.
You shut up. Shut up, Malachi. Shut your mouth, all right? Yeah, as I said earlier, every relationship does have its ups and downs. But I don't think you could class a relationship as having a down by your partner faking plane tickets and essentially stealing your money. We're way down, right? We are in hell now. There's not much further we can go down, baby. So, shut up. I just love it when the victims don't listen to their people around them, and they have been told, "Hey, it's fake." Yeah, shush. You shush. I'm gonna continue. Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
You can't get through the hard times. You're not truly in love with the person. Literally would throw it in my face type stuff.
Gaslight.
All right, well, Drew and I took a road trip to El Monte.
Whoa, don't rub it in his face. Come on, don't say road trip. Yeah, he went across the country. That's a road trip. You guys probably drove for like an hour, maybe. Just don't rub it in his face, please.
And you also took a road trip to the same apartment complex,
Yeah, but he
correct?
took a bigger one. So,
a year ago.
This kind of blows my mind. So you drove all the way from North Carolina to California, but you never got to the door. Why is that?
Because as soon as she responded, it was, I can't really come outside due to me being on house arrest due to the landlord saying that if I don't pay a $950 leak, you can't visit.
What's going on? You have a leak, right? And you're on house arrest? What is your life, Mary? How do you go to school then? What? When did you get this? When was the tag put on your ankle? Because I'm a bit confused here. I don't know, man. The fact that you did this road trip 1 year ago and you're on this show now suggests to me that you stayed in contact. And once again, if I drove somewhere and you don't come out to see me in like half an hour, I'm never speaking to you again. But I would also make sure that you know I'm coming first and not just randomly appear. So again, I wouldn't be in this situation.
Me not knowing anything about like California tenant laws, renting, all that.
I don't even know what that
after
means.
I sat out there, got all those
I don't think that's
excuses and fake sorries, I call my mom and I just break down, honestly. I'm like, why did I seriously like do this? Why did I come out here, waste my time for nothing?
It's pretty crazy because we were actually able to get
that bit there, yeah. He wasted his time for nothing. So you were expecting something. Again, it might be cynical of me, but you drove there, again, I'm assuming unannounced, and you were expecting something. It's just a bit creepy. I'm sorry. Let me know your thoughts.
inside, and we headed over to the apartment where she claims to be living. And we walk by this guy, and this guy is sitting on the steps. And so we go to the door, we start knocking, and that guy gets up and he's like, "That's my apartment. What do you guys need?" And so we start chatting with him, we started explaining the story. We showed him a picture of Mary. He said he had never seen her ever. He also stated that he had been living in that apartment for over 5 years with his ex, and there's no one else that had ever lived in that apartment with him.
Something blew up there? What happened?
I don't know. I'm speechless, honestly.
Why do you think that Mary would have you drive that far to go to an apartment she doesn't live at?
Okay, that bit there. If she said, yeah, drive over, then okay, maybe you're not a creep. So I take it back for now. I'm a bit confused as well why someone would say, yeah, drive over and then not come down. I don't know what's going on, man, to be honest. Just end this. I'm on 1.5%. Editing H here with the brown top on like a teddy bear, but nothing about this situation makes me want to cuddle up with anyone. You could argue actually I need to cuddle up because I'm scared. What is the scammer's point here? Like, if anyone can drop it in the comments, what's your thoughts on the scammer saying, yeah, come over, drive over? Was he like calling Malachi's bluff? Like he didn't think Malachi would actually do this? I don't understand. Like, someone explain to me what the scammer was trying to get out from that.
No idea, honestly.
Are you sure you don't have any idea?
I have zero. Literally, before I even drove out there, she spent a whole week convincing me to even do it. Like literally, we planned everything a week in advance.
I'm
and
sorry.
I sat there and told her, like, I'm
sorry.
not going to do this if I'm going to, like, you know, not have anything or see you.
Well, Malachi, we spent a lot of time pulling the information that we're providing today. We ran into two issues though, man. The first issue was we tried to send her over a link to track her IP address. And when she clicked on it, we found that she was running a VPN. So we weren't able to get any real data.
Yeah.
Another issue that we had was we ran multiple reverse image searches on her and we couldn't pinpoint an official account for her.
We found hundreds of accounts, hundreds.
Oh my.
And yes, and the majority of her pictures were found on escort sites.
I'm assuming that the actual woman behind these pictures, her pictures were stolen many, many times, as we can see. So she just deleted her actual account. That's what I'm assuming. So just bear that in mind, everyone, that if you do your own reverse searches, just because you don't find an official account or an account that looks more believable than the others, it doesn't necessarily mean that who you're talking to is real. It could very well mean that the actual person just deleted their account for reasons like this. So again, just be cautious, and if money somehow gets involved in your conversations, you just know, take a step back.
But we also found a profile name that was attached to these images, and it seemed like she was mostly going under the name Diana Doll.
This scammer was having Malachi do a lot of dangerous stuff. The fact that he had someone's account and social security number was concerning to us. A few days before this interview, we decided to dig deeper into the $45 million this person was claiming to have.
And then the account type is a Bank of America, Larry Williams, and then we also have his account number, social security number, and then the tax ID, right?
Yep.
Is there anything else?
That is literally all I have.
Okay.
For that.
First of all, whoever this Larry King sounds, if I'm not mistaken, was a talk show host. Larry King. Or maybe I've just heard similar. But look, 45, if that's a genuine account and they got 45 million, shit, Mr. Larry, sponsor me. But let's ask questions of Malachi here. He's just randomly got someone's account and is seeing no issues with it. I didn't even realize. I thought it was Mary's account this whole time. So I'm a bit... I don't know what to make of Malachi, to be honest. Right? I'm sitting on the fence with him. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I got you. All right, thank you, bro.
No problem.
All right, talk to you soon.
It's an invalid social security that he gave you.
What?
Doesn't exist. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, but I'm thinking too, like, how can you create a bank account with a fake social security number? Wouldn't that be flagged when you create the account?
And it has $45 million in it. Let's just call and see.
All right, let's just call.
Bro, cool the bank.
You know, something that we also noticed, and I just wanted to touch on that really fast, is we did call the bank using the security information that you gave to us. And I want you to know that I found out that the social security is not valid.
Okay.
Right,
And that's another thing. So she sent over checks to me to cash or whatever. I cashed one to send it to her because she said that she needed it. I went, cashed it, it hit my account only to get immediately taken off and say that it was fraudulent and not real. And I'm like, why are you lying to me? Why? What's happening?
Apparently, being a batshit crazy fool has no age limit. The gate is wide open. Anyone can come in. All of the sheep come in. Come into this place right here. Hey, you can all get fleeced. It's fine. You're telling me not only after the plane ticket was a bunch of shh. I was gonna combine tomfoolery and shenanigans. What would that even be? Fananigans. You're telling me you cashed a check, no questions asked, it flagged as fraud, and then why are you lying to me, babe? Oh, that's such a normal, it's a down in our relationship, actually. I kind of don't like you, Malachi. Just saying.
I don't understand any of it, to be honest.
Do you have access to that check still, or?
No, I threw them away. I didn't want nothing to do with them. Especially if I could get in trouble for doing something that I thought I was helping you with.
When something goes left, you throw away the evidence.
Because I heard that you could possibly get in trouble for doing stuff like that, so.
Is that one of the reasons why you reached out to us?
It must be.
One of them, yes.
No, probably the only one.
This person is disrespecting you. They're manipulating you. They're putting you in a bad situation. They have you accepting money, checks from people you don't know. And then they're asking you to move that money through crypto. And it's putting you at risk. And I'm not trying to scare you, but I do feel like you should understand the gravity of this situation that this person has put you in. And our recommendation is to not accept any more money from this person. Do not send any money on behalf of this person.
How much have you received?
3,000 to 4,000.
I just feel like we're missing something, man. Like, you say you're scared about something, but I feel like every time we speak to you, you have new information for us. So now it's the checks, then it's this account, then it's the Cash App gets closed down. Your Cash App got closed down, and it was negative $8,000. I didn't even know that. I heard that from Brienne. Yeah. It just feels like there's more and more activity.
If you're gonna come on this show, I've said it so many times. One, be open to receiving information or to hearing truths that you don't want to hear, right? When the victims come on here and they start throwing a tantrum over, no, he's real, I don't believe you, get a grip of yourself. Secondly, if you're going to come on this show to receive help and you're not being upfront and you're withholding information, first of all, withholding information is a crime in itself, right? So you need to get a grip of yourself. Do you want to be helped or not? I don't understand. So I'm going to sit on the fence on the other side where I don't like you. I feel like you knew what you were doing, but those pictures, they got you too horny and you didn't give a shit. Allegedly.
That's unfolding every time we speak to you.
Did this person ever have access to your Cash App?
I gave her it once because she swore that she needed it for her grandmother. And then immediately after my Cash App got closed, my Navy Fed account got closed.
I don't know what that is.
And terminated.
So should I
and
feel sorry?
Also negative.
Are they linked?
They were linked.
Okay, so once you were negative in Cash App was basically a reflection of your...
Oh man, look, it's insane to me. Hey, yeah, sure, person I've never met in my life, person I've FaceTimed for a maximum of 1 minute 30 seconds. Here, have my account information, have my login for my financial accounts. Sure, take it. It deals with money, but I don't care. Take it.
Navy Fed account, which means your Navy Fed account was also negative.
So do you have to pay that back?
Oh, I already have. Like I
No.
said, I've wasted so much money paying back fines and fees that I'm not supposed to owe, all because of excuses, lies, my religion thrown in my face. Like I said, I know it looks stupid because there's a whole lot of red flags that everybody else can see, but like
What?
I genuinely took it seriously.
Why?
And like was working my ass off to provide and give her everything that she was wanting and needing. Same for her grandmother.
Shut up. Shut up. Again, you're doing too much here to seem like a very good guy. Just shut up. All right? You need to understand that if everyone else can see the red flags, I can't comprehend why you would take it seriously, despite your mother, brother, etc. seeing the red flags. It just doesn't make sense to me. Now, again, you saying there, I worked my ass off to provide, what are you're speaking as if this is a marriage, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. When you're in a relationship, let's talk about real, yeah? Not this shit. When you're in a relationship, sure, you're gonna do things that you would do in a marriage. It's like a warm-up. Do you know what I mean? Can you guys coexist together now so that, when you're married, it's all good, there's no surprises, etc. But you're doing way too much here. Working my ass off for someone you've never met. Man, it just screams of desperation and loneliness, doesn't it? But then on the flip side, how many people in this world feel the same way and they don't fall into this? I will never understand the true reason behind these people. You could argue it's greed. You saw the 45 million and you thought, yeah, man, I'm going to definitely marry you for your personality. Nothing else. Could argue it's greed. Could argue you're just very horny. You just wanted this woman because of her looks. Whatever, man.
What will it take for you to block her for good and not respond
We
to her
seriously have to
anymore?
ask that question.
Whenever she can stop making all these emails and hitting me up.
This scammer is not going to stop contacting you. What? They've gotten $8,000 from your Cash App. They've gotten $10,000 from you. They've gotten you to funnel $4,000 for them. They're not going to stop. You have to make the choice to not reply. They're going to keep on making these fake profiles, these fake accounts, these fake emails, and they're going to keep reaching out to you. But ultimately, it's up to you to not.
First of all, it's crazy that at this stage in this story, we genuinely have to ask him, what's it going to take for you to block? Are you taking the piss? Huh? You just don't respect your own life, apparently, here. Secondly, look, scammers are sacks of shit, right? But I don't like it when the victims solely blame the scammers. Oh, I'll block her when she stops making emails and reaching out to me. Who's the one in control? Scammers don't make a cent if you don't send the money. You are in control here. As much as people like to say scammers, manipulate you, except you are in control, huh? You're being manipulated with a text message, bro. Look, everyone's gonna handle things differently. Obviously, there might be cases where the victim has, their cognitive functions are not at 100%, and that I can understand. But someone like Malakhai, cool, you could argue maybe he's not 100% mentally, right? We don't know. But I feel like he would have mentioned something like that. But editing H here, I'm not really sure what recording H is on about there, to be honest. If he would have mentioned it. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your rat mouth up right now. How can someone who doesn't know if they have any cognitive functions declining or they're undiagnosed, for example. Are they going to come on this show and say, yeah, by the way, I'm diagnosed with this, that? Shut up. But anyway, my point still kind of stands, or no, what? The editing H is descending into recording H, apparently. I've lost my damn mind. Editing H right now is at 0.2%. I still think that he understands what's going on, right? I think he has the capacity to fully comprehend everything that's going on in this scam right now, especially him in the car, you know, filming himself for Mary and getting angry at the situation. I think he understands everything that's going on. Now, that might just be me waffling, and that actually has no real relevance to the point I'm making. But again, I feel like he is understanding of everything that's going on, like what they're telling him, etc. So, basically, regarding the phones and the messages and stuff, I understand if you're being manipulated in person, because that manipulative person is like right there, right? You can't just turn a blind eye because they're there. Oh, you're still there? Oh, you're still there? But on the phone, hello? Chuck that shit away. I know it's easier said than done for a lot of people, sure. But it's a message. You're not held hostage here. We've got to, and especially in this story with a younger victim, we've really got to somehow, I don't know if the government has to get involved or whatever, somehow, some way, we need to educate people and, you know, further push some sort of course, some sort of just any means of ensuring people learn that when you're online, it's okay to say, no, I've done a lot of shit talking there, to basically say, we need better education on scams in general. Back to the video. Regardless, you're letting a text message manipulate you. Regardless of the scam, you need to better safeguard yourself online if a text message is able to twist you into a pretzel. Here's my money. It just... by him saying that, you know, when she stopped sending emails, you stop replying then. Like, I'm at 0.5%.
I lost all hope today. I'm empty.
Reply, Malachi.
Okay.
You have been duped. You have been scammed. You have been tricked, and you have been lied to.
I'm just speechless, man, honestly. Got the best of me, honestly. That's all I can say.
Today it ends.
Life, innit?
Today it all ends, yes. Yes.
Malachi, you're young, man. You got a lot of life ahead of you. What are you doing getting caught up in?
I was just trying something new. And
what?
That was not a good idea.
Malachi, we appreciate you reaching out to us, though, man.
Try something new. Go rock climbing or some shit. Go see a movie that you never thought you would see. What are you trying new? I'm bouncing checks for someone I barely know and I'm sending over my own money. Hey, man, you live life to the edge, then, if that's how you want to leave it. You might as well just leave your money. Just, here you go, take it.
I appreciate y'all more. Like, a whole weight literally is lifted, to be honest. Like, just thank you.
Good, man.
You're welcome. You know, don't forget to block this person.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's respect.
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. We'll get a live update from him and figure out how he's dealt with everything after blocking this scammer. Tune in this Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Well,
If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't
go report it. All right? Do it. If you heard my stomach growling, I'm surprised. I spewed everything out, so it would make sense I'm hungry. The main take point from this is, please acknowledge that anyone can be scammed, right? You never know. You get caught at a low point in your life. You could be scammed, right? I just need everyone to know you could. However, do not allow yourself to be manipulated online by someone you've never met, even in person. You know, people around you try and manipulate you. Just acknowledge the red flags. Even if you don't see them, speak to your friend or family. Let them know what's going on. They'll probably see the red flags from the outside and listen to the red flags. Also, I don't know how common it is, but being 21, him, obviously, not me, him. Where did he get this money? Like, he has that crazy car as well. Like, it seems like a very different life, American life to UK life. But then again, I'm not in any sort of an affluent position, so I don't know if that's normal or not. But I am now at 0%. Like, I'm getting a headache now, so I'm gonna go. Hopefully, you've learned something, I guess. I'll see you guys next time. Much love. Peace. Don't be a Malakhai. Don't take them L's. If you want to watch more, playlist will be up there. And if you want to watch something else scam related, I'll put something there. Bye. Oh gosh, I'm like dying in this chair right now.